you suffering from chronic pain and the fear that it won't go away? I've been there. Chronic pain is painful on so many levels. It can be scary and frustrating when it affects the quality of your health, relationships, work, happiness, and peace of mind. I'm Forliti, a posture and pain relief expert who has been successfully helping people heal from chronic pain for over 10 years. If you have been feeling scared, frustrated, or hopeless, don't worry. Pain relief is possible. If you're tired of treating symptoms and you want to get back to feeling good in your body again, here are 3 things you need to know to begin healing from chronic pain. First, rarely is the site of pain the cause of pain. That's why treating symptoms doesn't work. Let me share a story to demonstrate this. Laura loved music. She was a musician who played a stringed instrument in the orchestra. Laura had significant elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand pain that made her seek help. She went to doctors and a physical therapist, all of whom focused on the lower arm because that was the site of pain. They diagnosed her with carpal tunnel and recommended things like wearing a brace, rest in the form of not playing her instrument, and doing stretches that focused on the wrist and forearm. Unfortunately, despite all the appointments, none of those things were helping. Not only was she in physical pain, but she was devastated about not being able to make music. That's when Laura discovered postural healing. During Laura's initial postural assessment, we identified some factors that were causing her pain. The most notable thing was Laura's upper body posture. Her back and shoulders were significantly rounded forward and her head jutted forward. In simplifying as much as possible, the rounded position of her upper back, shoulders, and head were changing the position of her arms. The unnatural position of her arms, forearms, and wrists were creating inflamed tissues and irritating nerves that were intensified when playing her instrument. Postural healing took a different approach. Instead of treating the symptom areas, we assessed and addressed Laura's entire body, including her upper back, shoulder, and head position. The result was an immediate reduction in pain. And over the next few sessions, Laura's pain was gone. She was super happy to be pain-free, back to playing her instrument and making music again. So let's recap. The site of pain is rarely the cause of pain. In this example, the symptoms were the elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand pain. It's human nature to want to go straight to the symptom, but that often fails. In this example, the cause of Laura's pain was poor posture. By creating a shift towards more postural alignment, Laura's entire body, including her arms, forearms, and wrists, moved into a more functional position. Being more aligned and restoring posture minimizes grinding and friction in joints. It reduces compression in the spine. It relieves nerve impingements, and it allows muscles to relax. Postural healing gives the body the space to heal, relieving pain and preventing injury. Here are a few tips. Tip number 1, choose health and wellness professionals who see you as a whole person. Your whole being and lifestyle matter and can influence chronic pain. You want to work with people who view your body as a unit rather than individual parts. The body functions as a whole. When we're fixated on the symptom, we miss the healing opportunity. Choose practitioners who collaborate with you and value your feedback. Only you can feel what's happening inside your body. Your input matters. If you like this video so far, give it a thumbs up. Then subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future videos related to relieving pain, improving posture, and moving better. Number 2, what does it mean to treat a symptom? Treating a symptom means that we ignore the whole and instead focus on the pain or the restricted mobility. We focus on stopping the pain instead of focusing on identifying and addressing the reason why the pain is there in the first place. There are many ways we as a society treat chronic pain symptoms today. Here are a couple of common examples. Things like cortisone shots and pain meds treat the symptom by masking pain. They do not fix anything. They can create some temporary relief when pain is unbearable. However, you can't stop there. It's so easy to forget that there was a problem when you can't feel the pain. It's easy to think it's all better, but remember, pain meds and cortisone shots are just numbing the pain, and nothing has actually changed to improve the situation. In other words, we need to answer the question, why is there pain? Pain is a message from your body saying, stop, something is not right. When we're using things to mask or numb pain, it's possible to push through things you normally wouldn't if it hurt. This makes you more prone to slowing the healing process and/or making the injury worse. To begin healing, it's important to identify the cause of pain and use that information to bring the body back into balance. Here's another example of treating a symptom. Surgery by itself is another example of treating a symptom. Let's say someone has shoulder pain and they opt to have a shoulder replacement surgery. The surgery addresses the shoulder joint, but it completely ignores the question of why the shoulder wore down or was prone to injury in the first place, and it ignores other lifestyle factors that could minimize or eliminate pain. Let's be totally clear here. I am not saying surgery is bad or don't have surgery. That is between you and your doctor. Sometimes surgery is necessary. And on the flip side, with chronic pain, often surgery can be avoided. The important point here is that whether you choose to have surgery or whether you choose to try to heal without it, it's essential to address the underlying causes of pain. So here's my second tip for this video. Know your options. It is always good to research and know your options so you can make the most informed and best decision for you. So if you're finding this video helpful so far, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know someone who could benefit from the information, please share it. Okay, we're moving into our third and final point. Poor posture is often related to chronic pain. Posture is also something that is often not discussed when exploring chronic pain relief. Today we hear a lot about posture, but outside of telling ourselves to stand up straight, it isn't always clear what we can do to change it. The good news is that it is possible to restore your posture, and healthy posture is foundational to feeling good, moving better, and improving overall well-being. When your joints are aligned and muscles are balanced, then you reduce grinding and friction in the joints. You reduce putting pressure on your discs, and your muscles are happier because they're not having to compensate for muscles that aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Everybody's doing their intended job. And because of this, the joints and discs have the space to begin regenerating and healing. The end result is pain relief and more functional movement. Or more importantly, you get back to doing the things that you love without pain. Give me a yes in the comments below if you're ready to feel good again. I'm going to end with 3 ways you can begin restoring posture so you can heal from pain. Number 1, check out my free posture self-assessment to gain insight if your posture is related to your pain. You can find the link in the description below. Second, try doing daily posture exercises. You can sign up for a free video with 4 simple exercises to begin creating balance in your body. You can also find that link in the description below. Third, stay active and move your body in ways that feel good. Movement helps keep the body healthy. And know that you don't have to suffer. There are simple, effective ways to heal from chronic pain so you can feel great in your body again. If you or someone you know are struggling with chronic pain, subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notified each week when we publish new videos related to chronic pain relief, improving posture, and healthy movement. It is possible to live, play, and be pain-free. Until we meet again.